Hey, Mossy733 or Mossy Man here. For a stream, I'm really doing this just because it's almost 3 in the morning and I don't really have much to do. I kind of wanted to test out some of the streaming software. And I'm also kind of giving a preview of what I planned on doing, which is play hardcore. As far as everything should be working. Besides that, I think we're all good. Yes. Yeah, this is a test for the most part. I mainly say that because it's very hard sometimes to tell whether or not I'm live. And Google is telling me I have very good connection, but I doubt that's gonna last. Yes. We're doing good. Ooh. Nice place to spawn. Oh. Right before this stream, I actually set up a second monitor to help me with it. And I just like the way it looks. I mean, I feel very, very professional. But as far as where everything's working, so yeah, we're just gonna play some hardcore. I had already tested out a little bit of hardcore before. I've obviously played on my own, but I never actually recorded it before, because right now we only have our single player and our server. As far as Minecraft goes on this channel, but I wanted to play a little bit of hardcore just because I thought it'd be kind of fun. I see sheep there, which is actually a very good thing. Because now we can actually have beds so we don't get killed at the very start. Oof. And let's get the essentials right off the bat. Was it there? I was about to say, what was I about to do? Ooh. It's 1 wool. Ooh, come back. There we go. 2 wool. 3 wool. We have 5 mutton while we're at it. The main thing I wanted to do was get a bed. Now we have a bed, which is a good thing, because honestly, it's going to be kind of important, especially since we're playing hardcore. One of the things I always forget to pay attention to is really sleeping. Because sleeping in hardcore is actually important compared to what you normally have to worry about. I'm also getting lag, and I'm not sure why, and that's why my render distance was at 32 chunks. Much better. Alright, yeah, we're just gonna start with that. I'm mainly just gonna mine for the first, I don't know, 20 minutes or something like that. Just because to start any world off, you kind of have to start mining no matter what. Just one of the essentials. It's a good thing that we spawned in like a foresty area, because I'm tired of spawning in deserts. Like, I know y'all don't see it much, but like, whenever I play on my own, which is pretty often, I spawn in deserts a lot. I mean, on our multiplayer server, you can even see it. Like, we spawned right next to a desert, and our whole base is basically surrounded by desert. And even if you travel really far, you basically, it just takes forever. It's very irritating for me. And I guess this is just gonna be like our home base up top. Yeah. Once it gets more important, I'll start to actually build a house instead of just leaving it as some random junk sitting in the middle of a valley. One of the things I like about recording is I can always go back and like check my coordinates. Cause I mean, even now, like, I've already pressed F3 twice during the stream. I've already, like, y'all have already seen the coordinates, and if I need to go back and check them, I can always find that out really easily by just going back into an old stream, which is kind of useful because like when I originally played on my own, I would never check coordinates and never write it down. And now I actually have a notepad specifically for that, so that when I'm not recording or doing anything, like even when I'm just playing on my own, I actually have something to write things down on now. It's actually right here, nice little blue notebook, which is really useful for me. Because writing things down, like, I understand it's a video game and it shouldn't really be that big of a deal, but it's super useful. But yeah. It is just, it's 2:51 right now for me. If you're watching this after, or after the fact. Can already hear zombies. I'm thinking, I know this is kind of like ahead of myself, especially since we're probably not going to keep this world, since we're going to do an official super stream and do another hardcore file that's going to be for longer, hopefully. Andesite floors. Just because. I like the way andesite looks, and I don't think it's used often enough. Like polished andesite though, not this like scraggly crap. Yeah. Oh, and just realized I haven't actually shared that many details about it. The super stream, which I want to do later this week, is like hopefully if I can, I want it to be a full 24-hour stream. And I don't really expect to see many people for the whole 24 hours, obviously. What I'm hoping to do is from like Friday night stream until Saturday night. Because I mean, for me, I still have work. I still have shifts throughout this week, but that's probably the best thing. And I only say Friday night because that's after a shift, so it all depends on how quickly like I get off. So it's kind of up in the air, but yeah, it's gonna end up being around late Friday night going into Saturday night. So the funny thing is, like, if you want to see the majority of the stream but you can't stay up that late, you're gonna end up having to like wake up either really early or stay up really late. So I don't actually really expect that many, if anyone, to watch that stream. It's more of just I wanted to play a bunch of video games, but say I have a reason for it, which is basically what the super stream gives me the ability to do, act like I have a reason to play a lot of video games, which for me is kind of goals. There we go. Perfect. I have a stone sword now. Which, actually, the funny thing is, axes to swords, their like damage is a lot lower. Or swords to axes, their damage is a lot lower, because swords, it's 5 for a stone sword, and I think it's like, I don't know, I think it's something like 7 on an axe, but of course I don't have anything to actually chop stuff down with yet, and I don't have any wood. Everything works out perfectly. This is why we need an axe. It's because it takes forever to chop anything down. Even though I have a second monitor now, I still have my phone propped up looking at like the YouTube app just to make sure I have the stream going, because I'm just waiting for all of a sudden me not to even realize when it like accidentally goes down. Okay, yeah. So the stone sword is 5 attack damage and the stone axe is 9. The only reason why people still prefer swords is because the attack speed is double. So the sword still, like, for damage per second does better than the stone axe, because Um, okay, this is really cool. I don't know if y'all can see that from here, but that right over there is a beehive. That is so cool. I had been looking for these. On the server, we found some like thousands of blocks away, but we hadn't. That's so cool. I'm just gonna leave them be, for now at least. Once we get a campfire, I'll probably go steal honey from them. Then eventually make a beehive and see if I can make a bee farm. I don't know. We might revisit this test world because I actually already like it a lot. Like, this is an amazing discovery. Oh, and regarding the snapshot that came out for the Nether update, I'm probably going to do a video on that at some point, but I'm not a huge fan of playing on snapshots. I know, like, it is super interesting, but it, there's a lot of downsides to it because it's not recommended to play a snapshot world, and then after the snapshot comes out as an actual update, half the time it's changed. I mean, I used to play on the snapshot before the like aquatic update, where like the drowned were and everything, and I had like a survival island set up, but the problem was it didn't actually work that well for a couple different reasons. Basically, what ended up happening was whenever I wanted to like actually adventure out, I'd get cornered by drowned, and like they would throw tridents because in the snapshot, drowned were like one of the only mobs to actually spawn, and almost all of them had tridents. Which, I mean, if you play now, or if you've seen, I don't actually know if I have that much interaction with the ocean, but if you play now, you'll notice that's not the case. There's almost never drowned spawning. I mean, there is, but it's not nearly as often as what I was seeing. And even when there was drowned spawning, most of the time they didn't have tridents. Like, I think it's like 1 in 20 or 1 in 200 or something like that for the amount that actually have tridents. So it's not nearly as often as the snapshot let on, which was a pretty big difference. And I'm making a stone pickaxe because we don't have that much iron yet, and I'd rather not waste it. Oh. I know the shield was a good idea because I don't want to die, obviously. But buckets are really nice. Oh, and the funny thing is, my parents are out of town, so I'm actually able to do this stream, but at the same time, like, I'm still used to being really quiet, which I've heard a lot from like some of my friends that have watched the videos that like I come off really quiet, not very excited. And I swear it's not that I'm not excited, it's just that like half the time I come home from a shift and then I record a video, or the other half of the time I'm recording at like these times at like 3 a.m. in the morning, and I'm trying not to wake up anyone in my house. So I'm still getting used to like talking normally, and like being a little bit louder, a little bit more energized, just because like I'm not used to being able to record that often, generally because my family's home and stuff like that. I know, I'm going off to college soon because I'm graduating in like May, like some late time in May or something like that, um, and I'm very excited to go off to college, but during the summer I'll still be able to record, obviously. But the funny thing is, at least one of my brothers is coming home, during like summer break, because I have two older brothers, and one of them has an apartment up in Dallas where he goes to school, and he probably won't come back down. But the other one who goes to college down in Kerrville, he will come back up. So it just kind of depends on the situation. But I should still be able to like record, and I actually want to stream more often, just because like streaming for me is a lot easier and a lot more fun because one, like the few times that I'm able to actually get like a viewer, um, which would be more often if I was more consistent. Um, hmm. The few times that I do get viewers, I'm able to actually interact with them, which I like about streaming. And I also don't have to edit anything. And like, I am so slow at editing. I'm slow and it's very tiring and very annoying to me. So I don't know. I just kind of like the idea of streaming more than actually making episodes. Ooh, we made it to Bedrock. Nice. Yep, Y4, and we're 15 minutes in. We made it all the way to Bedrock. What a good start. I'm gonna go back up to Y11. Oh, passed it. Perfect. We're gonna go find diamonds. My record for finding diamonds, like this is just like kind of a personal record, was before the day counter hit 1. So right now, technically, if we ran into a diamond right now, I could beat or like tie that record. Because right before it hit 1, I got diamonds. And then I get gold before day 1, and it turns to day 1 after the night that we're currently in becomes morning, because whenever you spawn in, it's day 0. Yeah, I don't know. It's always exciting to play hardcore, because like single player obviously offers a challenge, and you are still very likely to lose all your good possessions and all your good gear and stuff like that. But with hardcore, it's not just the gear or anything. It's like literally the world file. And for me, I'll probably like still keep the world because there are like multiple ways to do it. You could either do a backup where you download the file beforehand, or you can just go into spectate world, turn the cheats on, and then go back to survival mode, and you'll keep the world, and you don't have to delete it or anything. But I won't play it anymore. But I'll probably keep the worlds that I die in just because I like the. Sometimes I like what I do with them. Sometimes I like what I build, and later on, if I keep doing like streams like this, I can go back and look at them and be like, "Look how cool this was." Um. Lava there. Lava there. Lapis lazuli. That'll be nice for enchanting. Ooh. I know like caves. Hmm. they're they're very fun to explore, but are they terrifying? 'Cause like it's so useful for resources. Like obviously it's useful for resources, but just going through I know on the I did a like I played a hardcore file recently just kind of as a test to see like kind of gauge it and to get back into Minecraft because recently I've been really busy because last Friday was the end of the third quarter for me, which third quarter at my school is literally the research projects, which ended up going well enough, but it was still really stressful and I had a lot of things to do. So I hadn't played in a good like week or two, so I just played a hardcore file to kind of get back in the hang of it, and everything was going fine. I got diamonds and everything, and then like I just died. I was starving because I just went straight into the mines without getting any food. And what ended up happening was like a spider attacked me after I had already been attacked by a bunch of other things. So by the time I had already made iron armor, had a shield and everything made, I just died because I ran out of food and I only had like 2 hearts and it killed me. I was pretty sad about it. Because I was like, this does not bode well for the super stream if I wanted to play for 24 hours straight. I'd probably die within the first 2 or 3, but I'm not super worried. My plan basically is if I do end up dying really quickly. Oh, and I think that's the first damage we've taken, by the way. Well, I have two things. First, I want to try and not die from falling or anything dumb. Like, I don't want to die for any reason like that. What I do want to make sure is, like, that I live long enough to where I can at least have something cool to look back on. And even if I don't, I'm probably going to play different games in between, like, hardcore files, because I don't want to just go hardcore to hardcore, for the whole stream, because I feel like, one, that'd get tiresome for me, but also tiresome for anyone watching. So I'm probably gonna, wow, this is just a death zone. There's lava right there, there's lava here. Like, this stream could end in seconds. There goes some very handy redstone. So that one has lava. Huh. Okay. Just gonna keep going this way then. There's some really cool things that, like, I'm kind of sad that I've never done before, because I've seen a lot of cool ideas, not just from, like, basically, I've seen a lot of cool things on Minecraft, to say the least. And one of the things I know Momo Jumbo showed, but I don't know if someone else did. He showed a redstone dart train system or whatever. And basically it's like pistons pushing a minecart across like a zigzag railroad. And you go really fast as a transportation system, and you can set it up in the Nether because, I mean, obviously the Nether is 1/8 the size of the overworld, so it's easier to travel super far distances. And if you take the like this redstone dart system or whatever, you can get from, like, 0, 0 to thousands of blocks away from that coordinate really quickly, which is just a really interesting idea because it takes a lot of work, but it's a really cool project idea, which I like. Because I've always liked the idea of like a really big project, but half the time when I actually get to it, I'm like, ugh, I don't want to do that much work. I'm very lazy when it comes to like big projects like that. Iron. It's nice to actually be able to have iron and like be able to set things up like this, because whenever I was playing in like a little test file, what ended up happening for me was I ran out of I ran out of materials while I was mining, so I couldn't make any new pickaxes or anything. So I had to find a mine shaft, and I broke its wood there to use, which, I mean, was effective. It's it's pretty funny because I keep looking over and thinking, wow, there's one concurrent viewer, and then I realized it always says one concurrent viewer, not because someone's watching, but because like it's up. Like it's kind of like stupid to explain, but like it will say one concurrent viewer at all times. As far as I'm aware, it doesn't say 0 ever. If there is someone watching, that'd be really cool because we do still have a live chat. But like I keep looking over expecting there to be like more than one for some reason, and I'm like, I have to remind myself it's 3 a.m. and I probably won't get anyone watching right now. Yeah. It's not that sad or anything. I'm just really bored, and I thought this would be a good idea because this way I can get a couple things out of the way. Ooh, Ooh, there's a creeper. This way I can actually test out, like, streaming, because as y'all have seen, I don't exactly have a whole bunch of experience with it. I mean, that's kind of obvious by the 2 streams we've had so far. The first one, which was 45 minutes long, and I basically just did nothing for the whole stream, and then it accidentally just cut off because I had bad Wi-Fi, which, I mean, hasn't changed. But, you know, it's just, Oh, okay. Hey, our first monster kills a creeper. That's kind of cool. Lighten this area up. Now I get to mine it. Nice. But yeah, I don't really have that much experience with streaming because obviously I've had like, I think now it's like 40 videos uploaded, but I've only had like 2 streams and this is the 3rd and it's just a test stream. So I don't have that much experience with it because to stream you have to, like, I still use OBS because OBS is, I mean, for one, it's free, and 2, it's pretty self-explanatory. But to connect it to, like, to YouTube, you have to send in a stream key from YouTube and put it into the, like, into your software, whatever you're using. And I'm using OBS software. I have to put that in, start the stream on the OBS end, and then communicate that stream to YouTube, and then YouTube goes, okay, now you're live, and it gives me a preview. So I was looking at it to make sure everything was correct. But it still takes a bit. The one thing I'm proud of is I set up multiple scenes so I can have like it just show the desktop, no face cam, and then I had one where it's only the face cam. Which I'm just happy I was able to do because I was figuring things out. The one annoying thing is it's not like a quick change. Show it, like, it does this black screen for a bit, and yeah, there it goes. Okay, I'm watching the feedback that YouTube gives. So yeah, I'm just happy because I'm slowly learning how to actually work parts of this. Because the thing is, like, I am very clueless when it comes to really the majority of this type of stuff. So I'm just happy I'm figuring it out. And we did not get diamonds before day 1. Really broken up about that. It won't really matter that much because once we do find diamonds, it'll just get a lot faster to find them. I mean, I know people make, like, I know people will, like, record times and be like, this is how many diamonds I was able to get in 1 hour or whatever. But for me, it's more of a it's more of a functionality thing. So, like, once we get diamonds, I'm not super worried. Obviously, the next step would be, like, oh, let's try to get to the nether so that we can get nether warts. And then once we get nether warts, we can start doing potions. And once we start doing potions and get gold, we can make golden apples. And weakness potions. And then once we have that, we can cure a villager. Once we cure a villager, we can make a lectern and turn them into a librarian. Get it to where there's a book of mending as the first trade, and because we cured them, it'll be really cheap, and then we can get a bunch of mending books, and we can mend everything, and that way we don't ever have to actually go and find more diamonds again. So it's a lot of talking to explain a very simple process. It just works. I mean, on the server, that's what we do. Like, all of us have one. Ooh. Dang, I didn't even realize that. I almost mined straight through without saying anything about it. Well, these diamonds, nice. Woo! What are we? 29 minutes in. Good job, everyone. Oh, there's 2. Let's see how many we have. I think it's just going to be like a vein of 3. Oh no, is it going to be one of these ratty veins? Oh, yeah, 3. Like I said, I thought it was going to be like one of those really bad ones where it's like just 2. But hey, we got diamonds. At least we have 3, so we can make a diamond pickaxe. I'm going to make one now, but I want to actually use it until later. There we go. We got a diamond pickaxe. Woo. I'll probably just use some more sticks to make a pickaxe. Then boom. I just need to stop carrying around wood because it's not super useful. But yeah, that wasn't too slow. I mean, it wasn't exactly fast, but yeah, we found 3 diamonds. I'm gonna say that's a pretty good start. There's lots more to do, because if I really wanted to make it a successful stream, I'd have to find at least, how many? 26 more diamonds? You know, for a full set and then sword. And actually, 28. That way we could have an enchantment table and a sword and a full set. So it kind of depends. I mean, obviously, at first my streams like were successful if they went live and stayed live during the duration of them. And to that extent, I didn't even get a successful stream sometimes. I mean, the very first one ended after 45 minutes or so because I lost my connection, so it's not exactly a super successful one. But we can still appreciate this. I'm not sure how long I want to stream for. But I'm not tired yet, so I'm not exactly feeling the need to stop right now. There we go. But yeah. This is just a nice little world. I'll probably come back to this whenever I just want to talk. Without really doing anything else. Yeah. What day is it? It's the 10th of March. If this world can stay alive for more than like 2 streams, I'm gonna be happy with it. I mean, each time I think of a hardcore stream, I always think back to Philza, who, if you uncultured swine don't know who, he's the guy that everyone started talking about and started doing hardcore streaming about because he did a stream that lasted for, like, he streamed for 5 years straight, basically. And he did, like, multiple streams a week, and they'd be, like, a couple hours long each time, and he would just play hardcore, and it would be, like, this one world. And it was, like, season 4 or something like that, so it was his, like, 4th time, or 4th hardcore world. Oh, there's an emerald. That's actually really cool. What biome are we in? Frantically looking around because I forget. Oh, Gravelly Mountains. Okay. I know in the Great Hills biome you see more emeralds, so it's cool to find them outside of that. This is why I need a water bucket and water. That way I could just put a water bucket down and have a bunch of obsidian. The nice thing about hardcore is, like, I used to always remember whenever I watched people play hardcore, they'd be taking stuff into the nether with them, and I'm like, no, that's super valuable, you shouldn't take it into the nether with you. Like, what if you die? You'll lose it. And then I'm like, wait a second. If they die, they lose the world file. Or at the very least, like, they can no longer claim it to be like a hardcore file if they keep playing. It's just kind of a realization I sometimes have when watching people play hardcore, because like you can it's not that you can take risks, but it's more of it doesn't really matter the type of risks you take. There's another emerald. Oh my gosh. Are we seriously just in a gravelly mountains biome? Yeah. I guess those also have increased chances. Maybe I'm just digging out the right Y. I never actually... What the heck? I never really had a, like, you know those books you could buy at, like, Scholastic book fairs? Like the Minecraft books where it was, like, the Redstone book, the, like, survival book, and the combat or PvP book and all those things. I never actually got those, but I got, like, other knockoff Minecraft books, which I think I might have one or two lying around. I don't know. They're somewhere over there. But I had, like, one book, and it was like what Mojang won't tell you or whatever, and it was just a really simple survival guide, which I thought was kind of nice. It was nice and simple, and I was like, oh, this is like in my mind. I was basically looking at it and was like, oh, this is cute. And that was like the extent of it. And then I had one other book, which I don't know where it is, but it was literally like it basically looked like a fan fiction for Minecraft. Someone wrote it, and it's like in a first-person view of Steve, the character, which I guess is kind of cool. I didn't even read through most of it. I read through the first like 3 chapters. It's funny. I know recently, like while I'm at work, I've been listening to audiobooks, and I haven't been using like Amazon. Like I haven't been using like Amazon Prime, or like Audible or anything like that. It's like an app called Libby that just connects to your library, and I just put my library card in. I've been listening to audiobooks there, which is really nice. But recently I started listening to the Maze Runner on it. Oh, someone is watching. That's actually really cool. I'm sorry, I didn't notice that. Give me a second. There. Okay. Sorry about that. I just now saw that. It's cool that you're actually watching. You should probably go to sleep. It's 3:30 in the morning. What the heck? Okay. But yeah, I started listening to Maze Runner, um, which is honestly like the first book was pretty cool, but they don't have a second audiobook, on Libby at least, or at the very least at the library, that my card's connected to. Because it can basically only let you check out books from the library. Thank you, Paige. Sorry about that. um, I guess that's fair, yeah. Um, yeah, who needs sleep when you have Minecraft to play? Sleep is necessary. um, but yeah, the annoying thing is I just started the series off. I listened to the whole first book, which is like a hard 8 hours or so. But like for me, that's like a shift and a half, because each shift for me is 5 to 6 hours, which is like one of the shorter ends. But like you still get a lot of like time, and like the main annoyance that I like am trying to get to is they don't have any other book after the first one. So like the first one's there and you can listen to it, but the second, and third, and I don't even know how long the series is. Like the rest of the series is not there, and like it's just annoying me because as I was listening to it, I was remembering like bits of my middle school life, and there was just like this group of kids in my class that they all read the book, and I was like sitting there and I was like, I have not read the book. I have no idea what's happening. And they would like be having these arguments about like what should have happened or like who should have lived or died or whatever. And they'd be like arguing about specifics in the book, and I'm like, I know what a maze is, completely unrelated to what they're talking about. Um hmm. Oh gosh. That scared me so much. Heck. I know that's the exact same reaction I had on the server, but ooh, we found a spawner. Okay, oh, I'm so happy. Spawners are so good and so useful. But I need 4 torches. I actually need 5, but charging the spawner. Just trying not to die. Oh my gosh. Oh. It's okay, most of them are fighting now, so they'll just kill each other. I'm too young to die. Okay, I'm getting a error code from YouTube. They're saying that viewers might experience buffering. Reload it if it's buffering. Or, I don't know. I don't actually know how to fix anything like this. Okay, whatever. So it might take a bit, but it should still come through eventually. Like, I'm still able to see my own stream, but I don't know what that means for anyone else trying to watch at least. Yeah, I didn't stop the stream, it's just slow sometimes. But yeah, we found a spawner. Okay, there we go. It looks like the video info is going through easier now. Oh no. That was lucky. Whew. That's so cool. Okay, that's awesome. We have a golden apple. Ooh. And we have more chests. And we have melons. We have gunpowder, bones, a name tag, beetroot. This is a very strong start. And a music disc. Ooh, quite literally music to my ears. Now, what to do, what to do? What I'm thinking about is obviously setting up a, not exactly a home base here, but at the very least, making this chest a double chest and storing some of my goodies away here. Oh, that got my blood pumping. It's a very exciting stream. I hope on YouTube this doesn't like show up as a second stream or like a split one or whatever. It should have just buffered and made it like it reload. It looks like it's still going. I don't know if it is. This is annoying. The annoying thing about streams on YouTube is okay, it should still be going. Whenever I first started, it put streams up and I was like, awesome, it's working. But then whenever I actually went to go check back afterwards, it had like these random clips of when I was just looking through and connecting the stream key. And I was like, okay, what the heck? And I tried to delete it. Problem is the new studio, like YouTube Studio, does not have an option for you to actually do that. So I had to go and use the old YouTube Studio to connect it in the first place, and then to delete the old streams. And it's not like I wanted to like delete the streams. It was more of I wanted to get rid of like the trash that I had sitting around. Yeah, this is awesome. What is our coordinates? 440 or 435, -107, and 15. Let me write that down. I have a notepad for a reason. This is so cool. I'm very happy with myself. I'm gonna say proud because I actually thought I was gonna die there for a second. I hope everyone loves my posture while I write. Can't wait to get scoliosis. Or something like that, I don't know. This pen is totally broken, but it let me write it down at least. So, things to do. I believe the next course of action is to turn this into some sort of farm. But for even to matter, we need to find more diamonds. Because the only reason why it would matter is if we can enchant. But if we don't have an enchanting table, then it doesn't really matter whether or not like we get XP. Because we could totally use this skeleton farm as an XP farm, but we don't have anything to enchant with. And I guess I'm gonna have to use my diamond pickaxe, which I really like, but whatever. See what happens when you do things correctly? Like, things just work out. Also, the way you can tell that you can actually jump more than one block is when you run in like a 3 tall thing like this and your head gets clipped by the roof of something, even though you like it's 3 tall and you're jumping and it's a gap that's in the 3 tall roof. Like, I'm still hitting my head on this technically. Like, see that? I got stopped right there. Steve or whatever is supposed to be like super tall. Like, I don't think people realize how tall and strong Steve is sometimes. Like, obviously I have a zombie character right now, but this is my character. He is just under 2 blocks tall, and he's able to jump just over a block. 1 block is like 1 meter by 1 meter, meaning that Steve, the character, is just under 2 meters, making him almost exactly 6 feet tall, like 6'1", 6'2", something like that. Meaning, first off, he's a pretty tall dude. Like, I'm not exactly tall myself. I'm like 5'10", 5'11" at max. And actually, that's totally alright. I'm not 5'11" at all. I'm most definitely 5'10" at best. So I'm not exactly tall myself. But Steve is a hard 6. Like, easy. And along with that, Steve punches trees down. Like, I understand, like, yeah, it's just part of the game. But Steve, like, takes his, like, just normal fist and punches through trees. That includes things like, I don't know, trees. Like, I don't know a very good way to express this, but, like, Steve is kind of insanely strong. I recently saw a meme on like Instagram, and it was just a picture of like a really buff Steve, and all I could think in my head was like, yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. That makes sense, because it really does. Like, look how many stacks of cobblestone. So roughly 1 like meter by 1 meter of cobblestone has to be like an enormous amount of weight. Like, because imagine a boulder that's 3 feet, because 1 meter is 39 inches, 3 feet, 36 inches, so it's a little more than, 3 feet. So roughly 3 feet wide and 3 feet tall, and like 3 feet long. So, like all 3 dimensions. A boulder that size, and he's just carrying casually two plus stacks. and that is like one of the lower halves like of his inventory. Steve is just an impressive person. I mean, not to like. I just realized we have horses. But I don't have a saddle. It's actually really sad that I didn't get a saddle from that dungeon. Because generally that's where you get saddles from. Because you can also fish for them. And that's how we got the saddle in the single player world. I think. Yeah, that's the best way to find it. And I'm going to keep this golden apple with me. Because even though it takes up an inventory slot, I kind of need it. And I was just about to go back down. But the whole reason why I came up was because I didn't have any wood. Yeah. Just in general, Steve is amazing. Along with, being in probably one of the best video games ever. It's just Minecraft. It's not like it's an amazing and wonderful game that I'd willingly throw hundreds of hours of my life away at. It's nothing like that. Trust me. But yeah, I'm just happy playing Minecraft. I'm supposed to go to the lake at some point tomorrow, or actually I guess today, with friends, and instead of sleeping, like resting up before I do that, I'm playing this, and it's almost 4 a.m. now. But yeah, we're coming up on that 1 hour mark at 51 minutes so far. So I guess we can kind of start to do like a 1 hour check-in. We have this as our home base. Our loot so far is, a stack plus some in iron, full iron armor, a shield, diamond pickaxe, all that good stuff. Oh, and we can finally sleep. It's still day 2. So, look at all those achievements. That's amazing. We got Stone Age, getting an upgrade, acquire hardware. Oh, they left away. Okay. Isn't it iron pick? Ugh, I hate the puns sometimes though. Shoot up Monster Hunter Diamonds. Not today, thank you. And Sweet Dreams. Ooh. Fun stuff, fun stuff. How much wood do I have? That should be enough for now. Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. I knew I was coming to the surface, but I didn't think to bring the seeds with me to plant. Because we have melons and beetroot, and I can probably just grab a couple wheat seeds before I go back up. Back down. What I'm thinking of doing is, like, just mining until I have what I want. That sounds kind of dumb when I say it that way. But yeah. Honestly, I know, I can't remember who did it. I'm trying to remember which YouTuber did it. But he made a video and he basically said that you don't actually have to mine in Minecraft to win the game. And I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things you don't have to do to win the game. But he like proved that you didn't have to actually go mining to win the game, and he showed us that like you could even do like a bunch of other things, including like going to the Nether, getting diamonds, and all this other stuff without ever actually mining. Because like to go to the Nether, you just need a portal, and you don't actually have to mine the obsidian to get there. Like you can use the bucket method, which is you get a bucket of lava, you place it, you get a bucket of water, place it on top, and you get obsidian, and you just do that in the shape of a Nether portal. And you can find like diamonds and stuff like that in blacksmiths of villages, meaning you don't have to go mining for stuff like that. And like along with that, you could just basically do what you want, and you'd end up finding any of the resources you need. So like, I mean, he has a point, and I know I'm trying to remember this YouTuber because most of his videos, or a lot of the videos I've seen at least, or scrolled past at least, were the ones where it's like, I try to do this, but still beat Minecraft. And one of them, which I actually found really intriguing, was I try to beat Minecraft, but no jumping. So he never presses the space bar. Which would be pretty crazy because I've already jumped. Let's see, actually, we can check statistics. Jumps, 971. So we went, 971 over the amount that he's done to beat the world. And we're just underneath an hour. You can even see it here. Wow. We've done so much. And apparently I've flown 1.61 kilometers. That seems legit. What I'm guessing is this goes up whenever I jump, just by a tiny bit at a time, but because I've done it 971 times, it built up. That's what I'm guessing, at least. How many times how far have I fallen? I feel like an idiot because I don't actually know the order of any of these. What the heck? I'm trying my best and I can't find anything. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Fallen. Okay, 111 meters, so yeah, that seems accurate. Number of deaths, 0, obviously. Anyways, I'm pretty happy with this. I've picked up 558 blocks of cobble. Yeah. Times mined. I think I've mined cobble more than 9 times. Oh, stone. Okay, never mind. That makes more sense. Big brain. I have big brain. Okay, time's broken. I've already broken 3 iron pickaxes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. We've been busy. We've been very busy. And we're still just so close to breaking through that minute or couple minutes before it hits the hour. And now in my head, all I'm thinking is, I just did this for an hour. I feel tired. I'm supposed to go and do this for 24 of what I just did. I can feel the fear. I'm not super worried because it is something interesting, and hopefully I have people to talk to. I know I talked to one person so far, which I don't think they're watching anymore. No, they're not watching anymore. Whatever. But yeah, the more people that come on and watch the stream makes it a little bit more entertaining. I understand that during super streams and things that are really long like that, it's not exactly easy for people to come and watch for an extended period of time. I'm just kind of happy doing this, honestly, because for one, I don't really want to sleep. It's just kind of that's the whole reason. Just don't want to sleep right now. It's probably a bad thing because I don't know why, but I can keep feeling myself trying to hiccup. Whatever. It's probably not important. Yeah. And beetroot. Perfect. It's so nice having bones. I don't know why, but I was saving the bones, and I was like, what am I saving these for? When I could just use them, get more plants, and then replant them to make a bigger farm. Woo! More farming stuff. See, look how quick that went by. And I really hate beetroot, so I won't actually use it as like a main source of really anything. Ugh. I need to make those into bread soon, because I don't have that much energy. I'm so slow. I think you can actually starve to death in hardcore too. I'm not positive about that. I don't really look into that stuff super often, because there's almost never a reason for me to be worried about starving. But yeah, that's probably something I should figure out at some point, especially if I want to like make an AFK farm or something like that. Like that's something kind of important. Because I've had AFK farms in the past. I know probably one of my favorite worlds is the one where I made an iron golem farm, and I swear I had like chests full of iron blocks, not just iron ingots, but iron blocks. And I was super happy with that because like it takes a lot to make like a full chest full of iron ingots or iron blocks. So what is this? This is 9 times 3, so 27. 27 by 64 because it was stacks of blocks. So 27 times 64 is a number I can't do in my head because I'm tired. Calculator time. 1,728. And then if you multiply that by 9, because each block needs 9 ingots, you get 15,552. So just for a single chest full of iron blocks, it takes 15,552 ingots. So to say the least, I had a lot of iron, like a lot of iron. Honestly, an unhealthy amount of iron. And I got it by making iron golem farm and literally just AFKing right next to it. And we finally passed that 1 hour mark. Again, we have a farm. This is our whole base, but we found a skeleton spawner and diamonds. So that's the 1 hour mark. I think I want to check on the bees real quick and see if they have pollinated and made honey yet. Because if they have, I can go ahead and make a campfire, put it underneath them, and start to smoke them out. They have honey. Oh, that's so cool. Should probably take advantage of this lava right here and just make it into obsidian. That way in the first stream of this hardcore world, we can make it all the way to the nether. Honestly, I'd be tempted to keep streaming with this file for the super stream. The only reason why I don't want to do that, like one and only reason, is simply because I think it would kind of defeat the purpose. Not of this world, but of the hardcore world. Because I'm really content with doing a 24-hour stream. But on that stream I want everything, like all the progress from that one stream compiled into one area, which would be that one file. Which, I mean, would be a lot, because this is how much work we got done with just 1 hour. So the amount of work you can get done with, one stream, or like that's 24 hours long, is kind of crazy. I mean, yeah, I know there's like, the words have evaded me. I know there's like speedruns and stuff where people can get the whole game completed in like an absurd amount of time. Because I think, what is the world record for a speedrun? I know it's like a couple seconds. It's a crazy amount of time. Like, it's very short. But it's still cool to make this much progress so quickly. Yeah. I know what I was really happy with on the server is we spawned right into another fortress. On the oof, we have smoke now. Oh, the reason why I'm putting smoke here, like there is a reason. Um, the reason why is because bees sting you and they die if you take their honey. Which is a bad thing. Like, it's good that they die and everything, and you don't just keep dying and stuff. But the reason why that's bad is because, first, if you die from the bee stings, well, if you're playing hardcore, that's really bad. But if you survive from them, but they all die, then that means the beehive is useless because all the bees die for it, and it can no longer be used, and like there's just no more bees for it. So it kind of defeats the purpose of getting the honey in the first place, because if you end up killing the bees in the process, you can never get honey again. And honey by itself is not that great. Like, if you use honey as a food source, it can stack up to 16, which is, a fourth of what most foods can, so it's eh. And not only that, but it's not like it does a huge amount. Like, I think it does close to the same as mutton or chicken, so it's like 3. When once we get steak, it's going to be more like it's going to fill 4 bars of hunger. So right now, if we ate a steak, it would completely fill that. But with honey, I don't think it would. I think it would get 3. Obviously, I don't know everything, so there's a chance I'm wrong on that fact, but for now, I'm pretty sure I'm right. And I'm trying to be nice to the chickens, because I'm going to end up using them later on. Because if we do end up getting pumpkins, which I really wish we do, we can make pumpkin pies, and I like making the pumpkin pies. One, because I like eating pumpkin pies in real life as well as in Minecraft, but also because I would like to build a bakery. That's it. I want to build a bakery. That's the main reason. Yeah. I like the idea. I don't know why. I know in one of the older worlds I played in, there was, like, obviously a bunch of things I'd made, but one of the proudest things I'd made, like, or one of the things I was proudest of making, was a bakery. And it was amazing. It had, like, cakes and pumpkin pies in it. And obviously, because the way cakes were, I could put them on, like, fence posts, and it would look like a table. For pumpkin pies, I put them in, like, item frames, and it just looked nice. Like, it was very appealing, which I was pretty proud of, because I'm not exactly a very good aesthetic builder. Like, in my single player file, if any of y'all have seen that before, it was kind of bleak. Like, that house that I made was not exactly pretty. So, it's just, sometimes things work out the way you want them to. Sometimes they don't. Okay, yeah. So now it's empty, so now we have to wait for the bees to pollinate it again. And I'm seeing fire over here, and I'm kind of concerned. I think it's from a lava pit, so it probably isn't that big of a deal, but at the same time, might as well check. I was kind of getting excited. I thought it might be like lightning had struck, but I'm seeing sugarcane, which is useful for, I mean, a couple reasons, but it's just nice to also get diverse things. And these are the gravelly mountains that I'm guessing we were digging underneath. Yeah. I'm seeing like spires from, oh, there's a village. Oh yeah, nice. It's really useful. I mean, it's nice to have a village here, but at the same time, we're not going to get very good trades from them. I mean, now that we're in hardcore, we could potentially, I know I'm kind of wasting this, but yeah, I was right, 3. We could go and still get stuff from that village. Like, we could go and trade for a mending book, but it's probably going to be a lot harder because the prices are probably not going to be that great. I'm gonna put out the fire for now, because I'm pretty sure when the campfire is going, the bees can't actually pollinate it. There we go. I was about to say, I know you can do it. That'd be kind of a sick trap. You could put a campfire down and then put water over it, but it doesn't naturally flow into it. You have to place it inside of it. So you'd be standing on the campfire, but you'd still be like in the water, so it immediately extinguishes you, but also hurts you. Yeah. I'm probably going to go. Yeah, it's like noon. I'll probably just go adventure into that village. And I just realized something. We have a golden apple. All we need is a potion of weakness. And we could have our own villager that we've cured and everything. I mean, the village is still definitely useful because I could go steal a lectern instead of having to make one. Which is always welcome. You know, doing less work is always welcome. Oof. I'm finally starting to feel like the push of like just tired and fatigue from it being almost 4 a.m. But it's not that big of a deal because I play a lot of video games when I'm tired and it doesn't make that big of a difference as long as I don't fall asleep while I'm in the middle of the game or else I might lose the file. Yeah. I hope they have something cool over here because they have food in their chests. I'm running out of food. I'm waiting for things to grow in my quaint little garden. There's a bunch of hay there. One of my favorite things to do now, because of their recent update, is take the hay they have, break it down into wheat, and then sell it to one of the farmers. That's interesting. Doodaloo. Ooh, emeralds, bread, apples. It's amazing. Nice. Cow. Ooh, potatoes. I'm a big fan of potatoes. Glad I found some. All of these don't have a job. That's not really good. I mean, what I'm guessing that means is for some reason there aren't job blocks. As far as I'm aware, that normally doesn't happen naturally. Yeah, he has a job. So why don't the others? What have y'all been doing, guys? That leather would be useful. He's probably a leather worker because he has a cauldron. Yep. He has no job. Ugh. I don't know how anyone could get offended by me taking that, since none of you lazy bums have jobs. I mean, it's nice because I could make a lectern and see if any of y'all want to sell me mending, but at the same time, it's still going to be expensive. I'm leaving your doors open because I don't respect any of you. Okay, this man I respect. This is a farmer. I also respect him because look where his farm is. Oh my gosh. I'm helping this man out. I'd rather not see him fall into this cave. Because he's the only useful villager here. And farmer villagers are honestly some of the best trading villagers. I like to use them the most. Besides librarian villagers that give me mending. And I know I could go grab wood or dirt or make these into wood slabs so I wouldn't waste as much, but you know, as long as I get what I want. And there's a bee out here. You know, if you follow them, they take you to a nest. Eventually, it takes a bit. Might do that in a bit. I just need to find that farmer. Ooh, more potatoes. And a feather. Now, where did that farmer go? Am I gonna feel like an idiot when I check back in the stream and I find out he already fell down that hole that I just covered up? Better not have. And be really angry at him and then go save him. I'm just gonna start breaking down this wheat. Look at all these useless villagers. At least they gave me a brewing stand. Okay, cool. They're able to spawn iron golems. That's nice. Also, they're a good indicator for time because they're all heading inside, which means it's gonna be okay. That's annoying. It's nighttime soon. As you can see, I wasn't far off. I was correct. I could just sleep at the village, but I'd rather keep my spawn point in the spawn chunks. It doesn't affect anything, it just makes it easier for me. Which, now that I think of it, does not make sense, since if I do die, it's not like I'm gonna respawn. But whatever. I just like to make things complicated, I guess. Ugh. Like, it's just now dark enough. We'll start to see things spawn in just a second. Obviously not right next to us, but like things in front of us, off to the side in the valley. Should be soon. There we go. I see a skeleton, a spider, creeper, another spider. Is that a spider jockey? No, it's not. Another skeleton. Where's my shield? Skeleton. Creeper over there, zombie over there. Skeleton. Oof. And just make it to bed before anything sees you. Okay, cool. Ah. Okay. So we planted things. We got honey. Nice. Oh. I don't know if y'all are acquainted with how Phil's series ended, but let's just say that looks like an illusion right there. Yeah, Phil's 5-year hardcore world ended with him getting killed by a baby zombie that was in full gold armor. And it was really fast and it killed him. It dealt the final blow. Yeah. It was sad. You know. Just in general. I mean, it's a really nice world. I don't know if y'all have gotten a chance to see it, but there was like a montage video. I don't know if he put it out or if it was something else, but it was amazing. Like, just going through it was like a tour or whatever, but it was like to music, and it was just like a fly through thing, and like just watching it, I was like, this is an awesome Minecraft world. And that was basically the only thing I could think. I get very jealous of some of these Minecraft worlds, because some of them are like, ooh, they're very good. I haven't made anything nearly as creative as what Phil's worlds are, because his worlds are like literally works of art. Like, I know that sounds really nerdy right now, but like they quite literally are works of art. Just in general, because it takes so much work to get a lot of what he made in those worlds, and he just did it for fun at the time. And like, he only I mean, if you think about it, the way he got fame, like a lot of it was because he died, and everyone was like, that's such a long streak, I can't believe he played for so long. That's how a lot of people heard about him, which I remember, like, I watched a couple of his streams after that, because I didn't hear about him until after he died, in game, obviously. not like actually died. But one of the things he talked about was, he said, you know, like, he basically said he's almost happy that he died, not because, like, oh, it's all his work and he doesn't have to deal with it anymore, but literally just because, like, you know, he got a lot of fame from it, and he would have been happy staying small and everything, I think is what he said, something like that. But it just ended up, you know, like, there was still an upside to it, basically, is what he was saying. Yeah, it's interesting to see, like, comments on things like Hardcore File that are that extensive and that long going, or ongoing for that long of a period of time. Oh, it is 4:06 in the morning right now. We were an hour and a half into this stream, or hour and 20 minutes into the stream. I'll probably cut it off at an hour and 30. Just want to do a couple more things. Very happy with what we have so far. I mean, resource-wise, we are doing stellar. Like, plenty of food, armor, we got a brewing stand that we won't use until we go to the nether. Oh, nether, oh my gosh. Ugh, I keep forgetting. I said that like an hour ago that I wanted to go to the nether. Yeah. Interesting stuff. Slowly mining away. There we go. It's okay, I know I wasted that block, but whatever. You gotta do it safe. We're in a hardcore world. I can't die to lava now. That'd be a horrible way to end the stream. Ooh, Ice Bucket Challenge. Nice. Ugh. You know, I was swimming earlier today at one of my friend's house, and his pool was cold, and it was funny because he was talking about how it used to be broken, and I was like, what do you mean it used to be broken? He was like, well, okay, hello. We have someone else in our stream. I just saw the chat. Sorry about that. Hello. There we go. Yes. But yeah, like, it was such a cold pool. But like, once you got past like getting into it, it was fine. And like, ugh, it was like a state of shock every time you got into the pool. So once I got in, like, there was a couple other people there. Once I got in, I did not get out. I stayed in at all times. Did not move. I just kind of floated around because I was absolutely dying. And then I went and got Whataburger afterwards. It was nice. It was ugh. It's always fun. Like, I know, like, so far during the stream, I've only gotten like, how many? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 things said in chat, technically, and it's just fun seeing that. I don't even know how long ago those were though. I know the first couple, but I don't know the last one. Yeah. It's just fun seeing reactions. Like, that's actually, we have a discussion, like, on each YouTube channel, there's a discussion part of it, or a discussion tab on the YouTube channel itself, and each time I see that, I put something on the discussion tab, because I wanted to talk, and I was like, it'd be really cool if I could get responses, because, I don't know, it'd just be kind of cool to talk with other people, because, like, the reason why I made the channel in the first place wasn't because I thought I could be a really good YouTuber, or anything like that, because I am kind of trash at this. It was literally just because I was like, I really enjoy playing Minecraft, and when I used to not have a computer, to play on, like, even before I got my laptop, which was before the computer I play on now. Like, I did not have a computer to play it on, and I didn't have it on, like, Pocket Edition even. But I always enjoyed watching gameplay of it. So it was kind of like a way of, like, still being able to participate. in something that I thought was really cool and really entertaining. I guess this is just another way of doing that, because now not only am I entertaining myself and enjoying something that I've always enjoyed, but I'm also able to like kind of share that, which is kind of the underlying reason why I made this. I always thought it would be cool um, to get other people's opinions on like what I do in Minecraft, and also sometimes even their advice, because I know obviously I don't know everything, and often I'm able to get things shown to me in this game. I know like the one of the more recent videos, the automation video, where I made automated farms, those were not my designs. Like the melon and pumpkin farm, I can gladly say that another YouTuber made those. That was 30 Virus, which is a YouTuber I watched for quite a while. And then for the sugarcane farm, that was one of the people on my server. That was Flaming Lion. Dadgummit. And it's always cool to learn something or see something new, especially since I feel like I am experienced in the game, like, because I am. I have a lot of experience playing the game, but there's still like a lot of things I haven't seen before or done before or like completed or achieved. Like, I know if we look at that is the wrong button. There it is. Okay, if we look at this, I've never gone through and completed every single one. I mean, it's partially because they keep adding new things and changing them, but it's also because, like, even though the trident's been there for a while, I've never struck a villager with lightning before. I've done that. I've gotten the throwaway joke before. I have never gotten this one, the 2 birds with 1 arrow, where you kill 2 phantoms with a piercing bow. I've never gotten a balanced diet. I've done the serious dedication one. That one's actually kind of easy. I've never done like just a lot of these things. And even though I've had like hours of experience playing the game, there's still so many things that are like foreign to me. Yeah. Time to try and not die again. I guess I'll probably end the stream by just messing around in the nether for a little bit and then, crying back to the overworld. The scariest part of the nether for me is just the fact that lava flows as fast as water does in the overworld. So in the overworld, lava's really slow, but in the nether, it's really fast. Oof. Good stuff. This stuff is useful too. 1, quartz is a really good decorative item. Like, it's really nice for building. And 2, you use it in, I think it's daytime sensors as well as observer blocks. Yeah. Ugh. It's sad that we didn't spawn right into a nether portal. Or, I'm sorry, nether fortress. But, sometimes you can't always get what you want. I guess this isn't a horrible spawn, because at least it's safe. But at the same time, like, look how hard that is going to be, like, to get down. What I'm tempted to do is get more obsidian and make another one in the overworld. Like, travel a bunch of blocks and then make another one. The reason why I say a bunch of blocks is, for example, if I were to go and travel 64 blocks in one direction away from the nether portal in the overworld that I have right now, if it did do this, which I actually doubt it would make another portal, like, right here. Oof. I don't know how well my desktop noises are coming across, but I hear a ghast. Kind of high up. Whatever. I'm going back through. It's scary. And of course it's nighttime. Ooh, look at all those achievements. Very proud of the stream. Yeah. Anyways, this stream has been an hour and a half long, roughly. We have done plenty of things. For one, 21 levels of experience. We found a beehive. We found diamonds. We have a bunch of redstone, lapis-lazuli, over a stack of iron, a farm setup, a nether portal setup. There's a village that we found. Bunch of things. And I finally kind of understand how the streaming software work. So, all in all, I'm going to call this a success. And I mean, it's definitely a success because I'm tired out and I might actually have the ability to go to sleep now. So, yeah, good job, everyone. You tired me out. I get to sleep now. Anyways, yeah. I hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure to comment, tell me what you think I should improve on and anything you think I should add. And any other ideas you might be excited for or anything you want to see specifically during the Super Stream. So, y'all have a good night. Bye.